You're listening to the Fun Never Ends podcast with Metalhead Nelson.
And good old Brett. Hey, welcome to the Fun Never Ends podcast. I am Metalhead Nelson, and with me is my co-host, Brutal Brett, here in beautiful California. How you doing, Brett?
I'm doing pretty well. This week is going by faster than I thought, as I nearly forgot it was Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday dragged on for me.
Yeah, I just feel like this week is a combination of dragging on and going too fast, where I'm not sure how to feel about it. Where I think it's the fact that I've only had caffeine once this week.
Oh, that's right.
I'm trying. It's the other day I had that bang. It was my first time trying it.
What's your go-to when it comes to caffeine? Are you an energy drink guy, a coffee guy, or a mix of both?
I'll take it in any form. Being straight edge is pretty much just the drug of choice. But also being ADHD, it's the one that actually keeps me concentrated. Mm-hmm. Since taking anything else, you just feel like a zombie. But when you're just caffeinated, you're like, I'm alive, man. I'm alive.
It's like stick an adrenaline needle in you.
More, it's like being on a roller coaster where by the time I see you during the day, you're catching me at the peak before I go down into whatever tunnel at the end of a drop.
It's like I'm about to crash, man. It's about my end of the day.
Yeah, pretty much. How about you? How's it going for you?
That's going all right, man. It was a long day, so just getting some stuff done over here, you know. Got my coffee, get my regular coffee fix, as I'm trying to shy away from energy drinks and just sticking straight to coffee.
The funny thing is, it's at the end of the day, it's the same thing. It's we're brewing coffee so strong, and we're drinking energy drinks that are just chemicals anyway.
Honestly, I feel a lot better with coffee, to be honest. Minus, it's just energy, it's just caffeine, but without the whole vitamin part, you know, all that taurine and all that, and vitamin B's.
BCAA. It builds your muscles and it fucking destroys your body.
Oh yeah, come on, bump you up.
They don't call it Bang for a reason. This is a Bang energy podcast going forward. Bang, sponsor the pod.
I'm a Red Bull kind of guy. It gives you
Red
wings.
Bull, sponsor the pod. Give us wings.
Oh man, I could go for some Red Bull, but that shit'll keep me awake.
I'm just waiting for us to get those Casper mattress ad to start playing.
The Casper address. I can't even talk.
Well, there is a podcast I listen to where they have life insurance ad reads that they have to do.
Really? That'd be pretty cool to get sponsored and monetized by some sponsor. I wouldn't mind reading that.
Welcome to the Fun Never Ends podcast, where we talk about life insurance. Are you planning to die soon and leave money? Life insurance.
Life insurance. Are you insured by survival? You can't take that ride? Well, sign up for this ride.
Well, sometimes we just die. If you want to leave $10,000 because of it, life insurance. We're not saying to commit fraud. We're not saying not to.
We're just saying life insurance.
Perjury.
Pick your poison.
I don't know what my poison is. Music and metal is my poison. I believe you have some news.
I do. Speaking of news, okay, I got quite a bit of news, to be honest with you. So, let's go on to the whole music part first. So, alright, it looks like some, Rod Stewart and Cheap Trick are gonna do a co-headlining tour for the North American dates, this year. So, tickets go on sale for this, February 25th. So, the tour kicks off June 10th in Canada and in Vancouver. If you want to check them out in LA, June 14th, Hollywood Bowl. That's where they're going to be at. That's
a weird route that they're taking from Canada down to LA.
Well, I jumped a couple dates. So June 10th, Vancouver, June 11th, Seattle, June 14th, Hollywood, California, June 17th, they're in Mountain View, which is weird. They go to LA, they go up to San Francisco, they come back to Santa Barbara on the 18th, and then they go down to Chula Vista on the 21st of June, and then off to Phoenix on the 24th, off to Denver. There's quite a number of dates, and it goes all the way until they end the tour on September 17th in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
I do have a question.
Yes.
You think that the shirt that says Cheap Trick at Omnicron?
Is that a cheap trick?
Cheap Trick at Omnicron. I had to make a joke.
Oh, that's funny. So.
This is what happens when it's midweek and I'm losing my sanity.
There's the Cheap Trick.
You're just keeping it coming.
Oh yeah. Speaking of music, Journey has revealed their 15th studio record. So the new record is called Freedom. That's the name of the album. Neil Sean just put it up on his Instagram about the whole track listing. This new album that comes out, it's got 15 new songs. I'll run the track listing. Together We Run, Don't Give Up on Us, Still Believe in Love, You Got the Best of Me, Live to Love Again, The Way We Used to Be, Come Away with Me, Afterglow, Let It Rain, Holding On, All Day, All Night, Don't Go, United We Stand, Life Rolls On, Beautiful As You Are. So there's the new album. Release date doesn't look like they have a set release date yet. So this will mark their first studio album since 2011's Eclipse album. So there it is.
What are your expectations for it? You think much of the same, or think they're just going to go out of left field since it's been so long?
Honestly, the last album that I really enjoyed that Journey released, that was the first record with Arnel Pineda on vocals, which would be the Revelation album. So it's the album before Eclipse. I saw them on both the Revelation album tour and the Eclipse tour. Did not like anything off of Eclipse. The way that, the first time I saw Journey was Shoreline Amphitheater, Revelation. It was Journey, Heart, Cheap Trick. Journey opened the show, or Journey headlined the show. Cheap Trick opened the show, and then it went to Heart. That was a great show. Fun show. And then I go to see them in Irvine, California with Night Ranger and Foreigner. Live Nation oversold that fucking place. It was the Irvine Meadows Amphitheater, the old Verizon Wireless Amphitheater that's no longer there. It was fun. It was oversold. Journey comes on, and I wasn't feeling any of the stuff of the new music. To be honest with you, they changed their look. I don't know, man. It was very like hipstery kind of vibe that I got, that I was not feeling the new stuff.
I will look at Cradle of Filth that way. Started out as a black metal band, now going to do a collab with Ed Sheeran.
Are they trying to go more commercial, or what's the deal here with Cradle of Filth?
I'm at a loss for words just because I don't know. For me, it's just like, oh yeah, this early stuff was really cool. Then whenever I would look up past that, it would be like, the fuck happened? This is actual dog shit. There's good glam rock, and then there's whatever Cradle of Filth is doing.
What is your take of good glam rock?
I have no idea, because I guess I was exposed to it later in life, which is weird. The same with more classic rock, just because growing up on K-Rock, I was just like, all right, this is just what I'm into. So getting into like Pink Floyd when I was in sophomore year of high school, when I had already been well established into metal and stuff.
Yeah, you gotta love Pink Floyd.
Well, always.
Prog,
and then
man.
Later as well. I think it's just the Tony Hawk Pro Skater effect, where my generation grew up on those soundtracks and we didn't look for, well, yeah, AC/DC was on it, but we didn't look back more. We were just like, all right, this is just what we're into.
Pretty much. It goes through that, and like if you look at Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto had a killer soundtrack too, even when you go into like Vice City and San Andreas.
Oh yeah, which one of them? San Andreas had the hardcore station, I think, or no, it was there was like a Long Island Liberty City hardcore station,
something like that.
Was it 5 that has that one?
I don't know. I played San Andreas for like a second. Vice City was my go-to.
It was perfect. They're all 5 I own, but I barely play.
Yeah, those were the only ones that I dipped a little bit into San Andreas. Vice City was the one that I had for Xbox. Vice City was the shit. It was so cool that you can have all your music loaded into your Xbox and then play it as your radio on the game, or switch it to other ones.
Shooting. No, that was it.
Huh?
And then you just start cruising and start shooting along to some, bolt throw or whatever. Fourth Truth comes on and you're just like, all right, here's a sticky bomb. I'm just going to plant it right here because I am bored.
Pretty much. All my stuff that I had on my Xbox, it was like either Van Halen, Kiss, and Red Hot Chili Peppers at that time.
That's an interesting transition because you're someone who's told me that they like bolt thrower and stuff like that as well. So
yeah, that was the early start. It slowly progressed it in, man.
Yeah, that I understand. Just like for me, it was pop punk, and then now it's I guess mainly this week while I've been working, it's been a lot of black metal.
Nothing wrong with a little black metal, to be honest.
Symphonic black metal though. You need that little synth that makes it sound prettier than it really isn't.
Symphonic black metal. I've listened to like a lot of symphonic stuff, and I really dig the symphonic stuff because it kicks ass.
Because without it, black metal just sounds like shit. But when you put a keyboard over it, something just happens.
What would be your favorite symphonic black metal band that you would recommend?
Early Dimmu Borgir, however you pronounce Dimmu Burger.
However it's pronounced, I don't know.
That or Emperor, if Emperor counts because they have a synth.
I would throw that in. Maybe people would say we're wrong, but I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that in there.
I've always considered them that because they have a synth.
Good old synth black.
As for current, I would say Abigail Williams. They're really great with that.
Now, if I can spell it right, symphonic. There we go. Symphonic black metal. Oh, yeah. Emperor is on there. Of course, Cradle's on there, too.
Early stuff, yeah, because of the random keyboard.
Grave Worm.
Good one. Wonder if it'll say Sagoth. It's just it makes you feel like you're role-playing or LARPing, and I think that's why I enjoy it. It's just like, all right, time to put on my armor and listen to this.
Oh, apparently Nightwish is on here, too.
I can see that.
Nightwish, Lacuna Coil, Epica, Havoc Unit, Dissection.
One of my favorites.
Moonspell.
Early stuff. They're early before they became more glam rock as well. Their early stuff, like demo and first album, truly black metal.
I'm gonna have to take in some of this. So there's quite a lot of symphonic black metal. So I would.
It's the budding genre. If you want another really good newer band, do you know of the death metal band Blood Incantation?
I've heard of Incantation. I haven't heard of Blood Incantation.
They're in the same realm. They toured together, which was an interesting show, I'm sure. But Blood Incantation, a few of their members have a side project called Stormkeep.
Okay.
Which, the name alone should lead you to what it sounds like. Let's see what you're guessing from it. I believe one word.
Well, I'm not looking that one up. I'm trying to actually get something else that's symphonic for you to check out, to be honest with you.
But Stormkeep, for everyone out there, they're, what would I describe it as? Medieval black metal.
Okay.
So it sounds like Dungeons and Dragons music.
Okay. I'm going to have to check that out and let my brother check that out because he's into D&D.
Well, as much as Bolt Thrower is Warhammer metal, this is Dungeons and Dragons black metal.
Good stuff. Well, if you want a symphonic metal band, check out the band Grave Shadow. They're a local band out of Sacramento, California. I highly recommend the album Ambition's Price. That's the second record, if I'm not mistaken. It's a mixture. It's a combination of symphonic, gothic, thrash, and doom metal. Along with their first album, Nocturnal Resurrection. I recommend that too. So I think you would like that band. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. I like it because it has more of the doomy vocals.
Yeah, you're going to like it. I recommend you listen to that. Also, if you're into power metal, I mentioned this last time. Check out a band called Nevian. So it's the Matt Barlow. Sounds like Matt Barlow, one of the former singers of Iced Earth.
Nevian is what you're saying?
Yes, Nevian.
Neviane.
I highly recommend it.
Let's see.
Shout out to my buddies over at Pick Guy Guitar Picks. If you need a one-stop shop for guitar picks, drumsticks, laminates, custom picks, they do custom picks. If you want to make some gifts and whatnot, go to pickguy.com and say hi.
Oh, this is fucking up my alley.
You go.
What it's like
they're based out of Sacramento, California as well.
It's me discovering Manowar all over again and just being like, fuck, this is manly metal. I know that Manowar is contentious because one of the members was a diddler, but
So it's the Druid King album that you want to listen to. Also check out the second album. This is how the cover looks. Of course, a lot of you can't see it because we're on Zoom, but I'm going to show him.
Oh, it reminds me of like Conan covers and stuff like that.
Yeah, something like that, man. So check out those two bands. Listen to their albums. I think you're going to enjoy it.
I have another one for you then. The band Vulture.
Vulture? I'll check out Vulture.
Yeah, they're on Metal Blade. They're pretty much the perfect thrash band. Perfect current thrash.
All right. I'll check it out.
And speaking of thrash, I have news as well.
Bring it.
Have you heard the Foo Fighters' new thrash song?
What's their new thrash song?
They're going under a moniker it's for some movie that they're in with a bunch of random people, but it's called March of the Insane or something like that.
Yeah, very interesting. I'll have to go ahead and check that out.
And, for the band that goes, "There goes my hero," this is Dave Grohl going back and hearkening to his days in the hardcore band Scream. So,
along with Dave, since we're on the subject of Dave Grohl, a lot of people know, a lot of people don't know. Dave Grohl actually had a 3-piece band with Lemmy from Motorhead, along with Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top. That was the super group. I forget the name of it, but I'm going to find that out right now.
He's been in so many bands.
Hell yeah, he has. I mean, what's a musician got to do?
Continuing, he's on the new Liam Gallagher album. He co-wrote it with Liam Gallagher, and the new single "Everything's Electric," pure Oasis vibes on that. I don't know if you're a Britpop fan as well, but it's I'd say beyond metal, it's my favorite genre.
Beyond metal? All right, I'll have to check it out. So I've got nothing to find about a band name, but I do know that they have one song together. It was off this We Wish You a Metal Xmas album, where it's Lemmy, Billy Gibbons, and Dave Grohl. They do a metal version of Run Rudolph Run.
Is Lemmy doing vocals?
Hell yeah, he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you can't just have Lemmy not do vocals.
No. Yeah, there's an all-star tribute to Iron Maiden where Lemmy sings on The Troop. And it sounds badass. I'll have to send it to you.
Because his raspy voice just made it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
R.I.P. Lemmy is God.
I was fortunate enough to see Motorhead twice. One in 2008, Glen Helen Pavilion. It was Testament, Motorhead, Heaven and Hell, and Judas Priest.
That is the perfect lineup to see them.
And then I saw them on what was the last tour for Motorhead, and oh man, that was at the Shrine Auditorium in LA. The last tour, and I'm trying to remember the name of the band that opened the show that was on the same bill. It's not coming to me. But
in that case, it doesn't matter because it's Motorhead. Any band can open for them.
Oh, but this wasn't just any band. It was one of the British bands, British metal bands. It's just not coming to me right now. Oh, crap. It's going to bug the shit out of me until I figure out the name. I'm blanking out here.
I don't know many British rock or British metal, like Volbeat or something.
Oh, no. I'll find that out right now. You can talk about what you wanted to talk about next.
I'll vamp. So, for me, speaking of Britain, Britpop is one of my favorite genres. It's weird because I'll openly admit I don't like the Beatles, but I love Oasis.
I'm going to agree with you on that because I was more of a Stones fan, to be honest with you.
I love the Stones, and I love the Stone Roses, which is a Britpop band as well. For me, just finding Oasis and getting into like Blur, getting into Stone Roses, just finding about Suede, finding about just Lush, all those bands that, led me into shoegaze. I guess it turned me into the usual LA hipster, unfortunately, but I fucking love Oasis, even though they're just the Beatles, but not. Because there's been so many times people played a Beatles song and they're like, doesn't this sound like Oasis? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, do you like the Beatles? I'm like, no, the Beatles suck. I fucking love Oasis.
Yeah, I'm more geared towards the Rolling Stones, man. The Rolling Stones are in your face.
You like Oasis, though?
Here and there, just like a few songs. That's it. I can't really say I really digged into them, which I didn't. That'd be a total lie if I did.
Wonderwall fucking sucks.
That's the only song I know.
All right, look into their other stuff, like Live Forever. It fucking slaps. Wonderwall is just you're a white dude on a college campus. All their other stuff is you know music.
Oh, going back to Motorhead, I found the opening band. It was Saxon. Saxon opened the show.
Ooh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, who was it? It was Saxon. There was one more band before Saxon. I believe I caught some of it. A band by the name of Crowbot.
Interesting.
But I don't remember them, to be honest. I was more
Crowbot, not Crowbar.
Crowbot.
Yeah, that would make sense. If it was Crowbar, that would be a different vibe for that crowd.
Oh yeah, much different vibe.
All the pain I gave. I love Crowbar. I love sludgy type stuff too, and the stonery doom metal type stuff as well. Like beyond Electric Wizard, more like I guess Cannabis Corpse is one of them. Sleep. Love Red Fang as well. Just
okay. If you're dirty, yeah. Well, I was going to recommend you a an album, well, a band, but no longer to be found. Never mind. My buddy had a band by the name of Ganja Shaman. They were very like doom metal kind of thing, but I guess they took down all their music.
It's like listening to Ohm, which is Members of Sleep as well. It's just bass and drums, but there was a time when I was in school, I would listen to it every night to fall asleep because they have an album called Pilgrimage, and it's just about getting really high and going on a pilgrimage to the land of the smoke.
Whoa, man, where are we going?
Bro, the land of the smoke.
Hey, it's the land of the smoke, man. Hey, come on, man, let's go to the land of the smoke.
Well, do you know the story of the Sleep album, Dope Smoker?
I can't say that I do.
Drop out of life with a bong in your hand, follow the smoke to the riff-laden land, or riff-filled land, one of the two.
One of the two. That sounds pretty dope, man. See what I did there? Dope.
Oh no, it's Holy, they have an album called Holy Mountain. Either way, they're like just an hour-long song, and that's it. And it's just a whole fucking experience about smoking weed and going into the desert.
Oh my god, that's pretty cool.
But they're from Massachusetts.
All right. Oh, they're an East Coast band. All right, that's definitely something worth checking out, for sure. And I hear you have a couple other things to say. I believe you wanted to talk about that Super Bowl performance.
I do. It was fucking, as someone who grew up on 90s hip-hop and early 2000s hip-hop, that was the pinnacle of what pop culture meshing into primetime TV could be.
And that being, it was here in SoCal, Inglewood for that matter.
Yeah, but made traffic suck coming home on Monday from work. It was...
Oh, that's right, because they had the little Rams celebration thing.
It was garbage. Like, I got home... I get off at 5. I got home at 6:45.
Oh, it could have been worse. You could have got home at 8.
That happened... That's a story for another time, how it took me for a few days before Thanksgiving.
Oh my god, nightmare. Being stuck on the road.
I'm blessed with the ability to be able to work from home some days.
I guess that's the beauty part of being able to work from home, that you don't have to worry about that. You know, the whole traffic, you just kind of jump in and bada bing.
The traffic is my bed being comfy.
There you go.
Get a random email, hey, can you pop on a Zoom call to go over the thing that you wrote? And me being like, yeah, sure. And
ding, I'm in.
Man, Zoom is tough. It's we're on Zoom, right? Okay, Zoom is tough when you have to be on it for work.
Otherwise, Zoom is pretty good, so I work better with... I use Zoom for this, because before I was a Skype user, which I don't mind Skype, but it's got to a certain point where it'll cut in and out. The quality of the Zoom is a lot better.
I used to be more Skype too, but Zoom, I guess it's because, I don't know, I'm the type of person where when at work, I don't even really cuss or anything while at work. It's weird. When I step into like a work mindset, I'm just like, I am cog in the machine, produce. Then outside of work, I'm just like, fuck this. I'm gonna put on some fucking death metal and fucking study pop culture and shit.
There you
go. What is that? Is it just me? When you step into work, are you, what's going on? Oh, my phone I need to plug it in. That's my fault. But are you this type of person as well who's just like, you walk into a place and you're just like, I am a different person right now?
Well, when I step into work, I'm in the zone of work, but you still get, fuck this. I can stay professional when I need to stay professional. If there's some bullshit, I'll call it out that it's bullshit.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, no, I don't even do that, because my thing is just, screw this. I need to fucking work myself and make that bag, because I'm an idiot who overspends, so I need to keep making the bag.
Well,
show me to do anything. Just fucking give me money. I will do it.
Well, when you're in the warehouse, unless you're talking to someone that's a customer really, when they come to pick up their stuff, then yeah, stay professional. But stay professional the whole time. But still, the language is very, as George Carlin would say, shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits, but minus a couple of those.
Tits, fart, turd, and twat, as the Blink-182 goes.
That's the add-on.
Yep.
Rest in peace, George Carlin.
And rest in peace, Blink-182's career.
Yeah, that really blinked.
That's what happens when you start fucking a Kardashian.
Tell that to Kanye.
Do you want to go there? We can go there right now. How he is the best person on the internet for another year in a row, and it's only February.
I don't know how that would go about. How would one be the best man of the year in the beginning of 2022? Again,
just going off of tirades on how he wants his wife back. You know, it's he's really trying to get Kim Kardashian back and calling Pete Davidson Skeet Davidson.
Skeet David.
You know, so it's him just being a troll, screenshotting things and posting it to Instagram, even though he's supposed to be finishing his album, except he screenshots very poorly.
Okay.
And yelling in all caps. Like, every post is all capitals. And there's always grammatical mistakes, even though his mom was an English professor.
His mom was an English professor?
Very much so, yeah.
That shocked me to find out.
Illinois University or something like that.
That's pretty good. So
no, he is a college dropout after all. So he is partially college educated.
He's probably got the street smarts too.
I think more so that than he's not the most eloquent individual.
Yeah, tell that about a guy that jumps up on stage. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm gonna let you finish.
But Beyonce
had the best music video of all time.
Which is?
I'm not sure what video that was.
No. That was okay. Taylor Swift got the award. I don't remember if it was an MTV Music Award or whatnot. Yeah, and Kanye decided to jump in and say, "Whoa, whoa, whoa," something, blah, blah, blah. But it should have went to Beyonce.
It's funny. No one remembers what Beyonce's song it was for.
Yeah, I don't remember that either. I just remember it was an interruption during that award show, which I don't know if you would call it an award show. It's more like a popularity contest.
1 second. Alexa, what song did Kanye West say should have won the music video award? Alexa, stop. No, that's Kanye West saying that another one of his videos should have won something, but it didn't because it cost $1 million to make the video for.
Huh, interesting.
Alexa,
I'm gonna have to go back and look into that because I don't remember. I just remember it was very rude interruption.
I wonder if there's gonna be like some Ella effect for that where we go back and it's just like, oh yeah, it wasn't a Beyonce song, it was something else.
Yeah, it's gonna be something like that, man. But who knows? So
Taylor Swift got more fame from it, I'd say.
I think the both of them got more fame from it because that shit went viral, and you got memes for days. There's for days with Kanye. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. There was one where I think it was a couple in the bedroom, and then Kanye pops out of nowhere. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm gonna let you finish, but
God damn it. Have you seen the new format though from this weekend?
Say that again.
There's a new Kanye West meme format which is being used all over.
Oh God, I have not.
Because people thought that he was going crazy and like his account got hacked. So it's him holding a paper that says, "No, my account did not get hacked." So people are just photoshopping it to say the randomest things.
All right, I'm gonna have to look into that.
Just Google Kanye paper meme.
Kanye paper meme. I'll do that later.
This world is the fact. I hate and love the fact that I can always talk about Kanye just because I'm a big fan. It was my present to myself in December to see him with Drake, and as much as I love metal, his music is so incredibly stupid that I love it.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that for sure.
But I told you my motto is cringe is good, dumb is better, and controversial is terrible, right?
Yeah, I remember you saying that. If you get a chance, look up Steel Panther and check it out.
Steel Panther are great because it falls into all of those categories at once.
It does. And I believe there's a couple other songs on there that, you know, I don't have to get into that.
It's why whenever I recommend stuff to people and it's like it fits any of those boxes, they're like, why do you like this? And I say, because it's terrible.
Sometimes terrible is actually like good, to be honest. Well, to certain people's ears, they're good if you think about it. Like some of this music that's being mass produced by the record companies, some of it's garbage, but people still buy into it.
Olivia Rodrigo is just Paramore, so I don't mind that.
It's Paramore. So
It's
just her solo. It's just the solo stuff.
Olivia Rodrigo is just Paramore for people 10 younger than us, 20 years younger than us.
Yeah, something like that.
We all need our misery business.
Misery. Anyway, well, I'm gonna throw in some news right now that I've got for in the wrestling world. If you're all right with that.
Great news.
All right. This, as of yesterday, February 15th, Cody Rhodes, who is the son of Dusty Rhodes, the legendary Dusty Rhodes, and the brother of Dustin Rhodes, who was Goldust, has officially confirmed that he departed from AEW. You can go to his Instagram, where he went off on also on his Twitter. He addressed his time in AEW, that he loved his time in AEW. There's no animosity between any of the EVPs. He just now wanted to move on and do other things. So from what it sounds like, from what I've read, different rumors, that he's going back to WWE to work for them. So both Tony Khan from AEW also put out a thank you to both Cody Rhodes and Brandy Rhodes for their time in AEW, where they were both also EVPs.
That brings the question: do you think that WWE will ever get back to its former glory?
I think their former glory time has passed, where they try to bring back different people. Like they brought back Bill Goldberg, who will face it looks like he will face Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. I believe it is at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view this Saturday, which will be out of Saudi Arabia. So that is available on the WWE Network, and WWE Network for most is now on Peacock TV. So if you're subscribed, go and watch it. There's an extensive amount of matches that night, and yeah, it's going to be out of Saudi Arabia.
And then my next question is, do you think that AEW is now the new WWE in regards to the type of fights and the storylines as well?
Honestly, with my comparison between AEW and WWE, from what I know, what I've heard, that wrestlers in AEW get to tell their story how they would want it. More so how with WWE, they have a storyline that the writers write for you, but it's kind of... WWE is more so geared towards their different storylines and more quote-unquote drama, more of that than wrestling. AEW is more geared towards a little bit of more wrestling than anything. They have the storylines, but it's more wrestling than rambling. So
yeah, that actually is the greatest comparison that I've heard about it. And in thinking about it, you're totally right about AEW in that regard, where it's just like, yeah, the storyline is there, but it's more of an afterthought, and the fights just kick ass.
They do. And I think the one time that I don't mind like different like promos and such like that was when WWE was WWF, and during the time where it was the Attitude Era, and they would have all these storylines that would go with like Stone Cold Steve Austin and DX, and they would push the censors. Those were the ones that, hey, I don't mind watching this gimmick and these storylines, but now WWE's just trying too hard.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And it's just the best thing that wrestling brought us, wrestling entrance themes.
That's where it brought me to metal. Wrestling entrance themes that got me into metal and classic rock, and I thank them for that. And who doesn't know that, who didn't know, I can't even talk now. ECW, a lot of their entrance music for their wrestlers were all metal. At one point, Rob Van Dam came out in ECW with Pantera's Walk.
I'm surprised it wasn't Cemetery Gates or like any other song.
Yeah, that surprised me too when I found that out, but hey, it works. In other news, it sounds like the rumor is that Stone Cold Steve Austin is supposed to make some sort of in-ring return for WrestleMania in April. I don't know how this storyline is supposed to play out, but there's mixed reviews from what I've read, saying some say that Stone Cold should avoid wrestling for his health, where he's already retired, but who knows where that's gonna go.
You know what Stone Cold says to that?
What?
That's exactly what he says.
Exactly. That's where I was going with it. For all you people that live in these SoCal area that want to see some live wrestling, there is Prestige Wrestling will be in Pomona, California at the Glass House in Pomona the 27th February with the show called Rise Above. So this is Sunday, February 27th from 6 to 10 p.m. So Prestige Wrestling will be in Pomona, California, making their debut with wrestlers like Danhausen, Viva Van, Tom Lawler, and a lot more. So if you want to go and check it out, go to prestigewrestling.net or go to the Glass House website and purchase your tickets. All VIPs are sold out. There's still general admission tickets, but mind you, it's standing room only, so that kind of sucks.
I'm just trying to picture wrestling at the Glass House. That seems like a weird setup for that.
Yeah, it does. I would think it would be at the Fox Theater because it would make sense at the Fox Theater. But I guess if you're gonna have wrestling over there, they would have to angle it kind of weird, because if you're gonna have a ramp up to the stage, you have to make the stage where you come out down the ramp and blah blah blah. I don't know how it's gonna work out, man. There's this thing called bar wrestling that they used to have in Baldwin Park, and now last time it was in like LA. It's some theater. I think it's the Belasco Theater or something, but who knows? But it's a weird setup.
Oh, they used to have a few in Highland Park where Brodie King would wrestle before he went to AEW.
Yeah, now Brodie King's kicking ass, and he's still doing some independent stuff from what I've seen.
I still am scared to ever go into the pit with him.
I don't blame you, man. If you go to the pit with him, good luck getting out, and he'd probably brutalize you. Break something. He's
been that way for years, but his band, have you heard his band yet?
I haven't.
They're called God's Hate.
All right, I'll have to check it out for sure.
His voice sounds really funny in it, but they're a lift weights type of band.
So you're saying I should listen to them when I work out?
100%.
Okay.
They have a song, God's Hate, on the album, God's Hate, by the band, God's Hate.
This is like telling me to listen to Slayer, listen to Disciple, where it's God Hates Us All.
They are big Slayer fans as well.
I can see the influence, to be honest with you.
Fair enough, yeah. But I would say that this is more influenced by Hatebreed than anything. That's like their number one influence.
Okay. I'll definitely give them a check out. So, well, we're about to wrap this up. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about, Brett?
The TV show Euphoria, in which you need to try to watch.
Now, what's the show Euphoria about?
A bunch of girls in high school, drugs, sex, drama, the usual.
Where's the rock and roll?
Honestly, the playlist for the show slaps. Like, you would think that a show like that is just pretty much pop music. No, it's pretty varied.
I'll have to look into that playlist, to be honest.
It's the way that they're curating shows now is pretty top notch, especially when it's more HBO or something. It's then again, it's the same channel that brought us a Sex in the City reboot and Love Island and shit like that.
I don't know how I feel about the Sex and the City reboot. I feel like with the reboots in general, they should just leave it as how they were originally. Some reboots are just a total hit or miss.
The Dexter one was needed.
I haven't seen the Dexter one yet.
It was 100% needed, because that Game of Thrones, if only they could do the same thing.
Okay.
Sometimes we just need to retcon the terrible things that we've done in life. Retcon our existence.
Sounds about right. What else?
So what happened in your past? Yeah, that didn't happen. I retconned it since
it's out the window.
You can't do that. Well, yes, I can. Who says that I can't?
Like,
legally, you can't retcon.
And I believe you had one more thing in mind.
Yes, listen to the new Undeath song. It's called, I believe, 7 Ways to Split Your Head and Do Stuff. I don't know. It's a metal song. It's 7 ways to do a bunch of bullshit.
7 ways to do a bunch of bullshit. Sounds about right to me.
It's head splattered in 7 ways. I wasn't wrong.
All right. That'll be my next take on what I think about that on the next episode of the Fun Never Ends podcast.
That and listen to Yeet. Beat, the rapper.
I will check it out. And I will definitely let you know what I think about that.
It's terrible, but it gets stuck in your head.
Oh, God. Nothing worse than hearing something like that and then going, chicken wing, chicken wing.
In this case, he calls his truck that he drives a Tonka.
A Tonka.
Yeah, so you go...
Yeah, that's very original, wouldn't you say?
I do perk in my Tonka, love my Tonka, la Tonka. I do perk in my Tonka, la Tonka, la Tonka.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that at this point.
Well, if you were expecting brilliance, it's 2022, and that does not exist.
Might as well sing a song about Hot Wheels at this point.
He does have really terrible lyrics, and that's why I love it, because it's just trying to dissect it. I have an idea of another lyric description next time as well for this rapper, RX Nephew.
RX Nephew, okay.
But I'll give you a hint just because I really need to just tell you this one. All right, so are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm just going to read the first paragraph.
Do it.
This song is called American Terrorist by RX Nephew. They say Jesus was a nephew. You know what I'm saying? They said his mom was a virgin. So when he was born, they told him he was sent from God. So he started going village to village, helping the people, and they killed his ass. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. They killed Jesus for helping the people. That's why I ain't got patience with people. In the Bible, God dealing with evil. They said God did a deal with the devil. That's the reason Job has soles on his feet. That's the reason Job lost his house. That's the reason Job lost his kids. I'm reading the Bible like, what is this?
Yeah, that shit ain't gonna fly with me. It sounds total like garbage on me.
Where's this next one? Let's see. Oh, okay, I fuck with Adam, but I'll beat the shit out of Eve. How the hell they live at the forbidden tree? Somebody show me the forbidden tree. I believe in God, but I ain't too religious. How the fuck they really got a picture of Jesus? Name one person who was alive with Jesus. How the fuck they telling me I need Jesus?
Yeah, okay, I'm not... I think I've heard enough and
It's a 10-minute song.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my mind within like the first 2 minutes. Yeah, I'm not checking it out.
This is about like 4 minutes in. They said we live in Revelation. Vaccine got us mutated. So fuck it then. I'ma go take it. If the world start purging, my daughter's still gonna have a Lambo. I'ma have 1,800 guns, 30 Audis, and 20 Camaros. They said the world would end in 2012. I was selling crack in 2012. They talking about the calendar end. 8 years later, a pandemic, swine flu, Ebola, COVID-19. What's different? All that shit was killing people. I ain't scared of that. Guns kill people. I ain't scared of guns. AIDS kill people. I can die in a car crash.
Yeah, no. Yeah, that's...
It just sounds like someone literally being like, I don't know. Just like any thought that comes to mind, just recording it to a beat.
Yeah, I can't. I can't do that.
We are never ends rappers. This has been a rap podcast.
Yeah, the only thing I rap is presents.
You beat me on that, then.
Presents and candy. That's about it. I don't rap anything else aside from pallets. That's another story.
I do have a good rap name though, with the first 2 letters of my first name and my last name. B rhymes.
B rhymes. That's kind of like it kind of reminds me of Busta Rhymes, to be honest.
Yeah, I know, but I ain't no Busta. Call me B rhymes, but I ain't no Busta.
B rhymes. All right. Well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up on this Wacky Wednesday, second installment of the podcast. So check out the first one and then check out this one. If you're checking this one out first, go back and check it out. They'll be posted at the same time. Or go to funneverendspodcast.com. You can listen to it there. Go to Spotify, go to Google Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcast. Check it out, and you can catch me and Brutal Brett there. Any last words, Brutal Brett, before we sign off?
You can say this really has been the fun that never ends. On a way.
All right. Thank you all for listening on this Wacky Wednesday episode, and we will catch you in a future installment. For Brutal Brett and myself, this has been the Fun Never Ends podcast with Metalhead Nelson and Brutal Brett. Good night.